Orleans, and I was having lunch with a priest, and it came up that I didn't go to church. And he said, "Why not?" I said, "Well, I just can't live up to the standards. I'm not going to quit ever being a Catholic, but I can't live up to the standards that I believe that I'm required to do." And the priest said, "Well, why don't you just go to church next Sunday?" And I said, "Okay." And I'd done that all my life, you know. I'd agreed, okay, I'll do everything I can to re-energize my faith. And we had a nice lunch and walked outside, and I asked this priest to hear my confession. And he heard my confession in the parking lot, standing up right on the levee down in the warehouse district of New Orleans. I went on my way, and I didn't think anything of it. But the next Sunday came, and I hadn't really done anything kind of off the charts as far as sin was concerned. So I went to Mass, and I said a good act of contrition. I paid attention, and the priest had told me, "Don't go to church seeing what you can get out of it. Go see what you can bring." And I just said, "Well, here I am, God." And I went to communion. And that was a huge change. But I didn't realize it until a year and a half or so later. But I went to church that Sunday, and it's been about 11 years, and I've missed twice since. It was a huge change in my faith life, and I think that was mercy. I get to be me now, instead of trying to be some phony person. I get to be me. I always was trying to be somebody else. I wanted to be either the Pope or Attila the Hun. I wanted to be real good or real bad, and I couldn't pull either one of those off. So in God's mercy, He has let me just be the regular me. So many people that have unconsciously I've just witnessed the way they've lived their lives. Some of them are priests, some of them are deacons, and some of them are, there's one particular person who's autistic, and he's a role model in my life. He's just a wonderful person. I think receiving it is a simple yes, and it's something that I don't know why, but it seems like that's hard to do, is to say yes to God's mercy. But the most benefit of mercy is when I'm able to be merciful. And I don't think that that's me being merciful. I think me being merciful is a gift to me from God, because it's so rewarding. And being merciful is kind of countercultural. We always want to beat up on the bad guy instead of do like Christ said and love the bad guy. I think it's kind of normal for us as regular human beings to try to put the blame on other people for things that are happening in our life. And even if something happens to me that is entirely somebody else's, based on entirely somebody else's actions, is that when it gets to me, it's my responsibility to respond properly. And I think the example of proper responses is the Bible is full of it. When Jesus encountered Saul, and and I know a lot of people say they knocked him off his horse, but I think it just blinded him or something, and said, he called him his brother instead of, "Hey, Saul, why, you have been really acting poorly, killing all my brothers and sisters. And why have you been doing that, my brother?" And I think that's a great example of mercy. My definition of mercy is there's a mercy with a small m, which is like being kind and polite and nice and letting people in line. And my definition of mercy with a big M, the capital M, is when I can be merciful, when I can let people skate, let people, when I can forgive. Forgiveness is not something that's natural, I think. I think forgiveness is a gift from God to us, and when we can do it, we're way more rewarded for it than the actual person receiving the forgiveness.